Hi Anne, Kieran here. I just thought I'd respond to your video of October the 13th, October the 3rd rather, 2013, which was called What the Fuck is Miley Doing? Actually, the exact title was What the F star 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 is Miley Doing? You were talking there about Miley Cyrus and her raunchy performances of 2013. You see Miley's performances as part of the harmful trend of the sexualization of our society. I really enjoy your channel, and I should say that I'm a radical egalitarian like you are, and I generally agree with the views you express in your videos. With regard to this issue, though, I agree with you in some ways and disagree with you in other ways. That's probably part of the reason why I thought I can make an interesting video response here right now. The main thing I want to take issue with is towards the end of your video you say that the sexualization of society is proven to be destructive. For me, this statement isn't a good representation of what's actually going on. Or if it is true, the use of the word sexualization is a bit confusing. The main evidence you give for your claim seems to be a report by the American Psychological Association on the sexualization of girls from 2010. The report summarizes a lot of research on harmful effects on girls, mostly from the media, via a phenomenon that they describe as sexualization. Unfortunately, I don't think they've come up with a good definition of sexualization. Sexualization already has a meaning in the dictionary of rendering something or someone sexual. This seems to me to be the logical definition of the term. Their definition's a bit long-winded, but I'll just go into it now as it basically is as follows. Sexualization, according to them, occurs when one or more of the following things happens. Number one thing that might happen is that a person's value comes only from his or her sexual appeal or behavior to the exclusion of other characteristics. Number two is when a person is held to a standard that equates physical attractiveness narrowly defined with being sexy. Number three possible thing that might make for sexualization is when a person is sexually objectified, meaning they're made into a thing for others' sexual use rather than seen as a person with the capacity for independent action and decision making. And the last possible thing that might make for sexualization is when sexuality is inappropriately imposed upon a person. So as I can see, these are all uncontroversially bad things to happen to someone. So I think it would have been simpler to refer to these things as harmful sexualization or something like that. I've read through their report, and I'm not an expert or anything in these things. But I've read through the report, and what I'm getting from the research is, maybe using my values to some degree, is that not that sexual content in the media is causing problems, but that having loads of beautiful women in the media is harming girls' self-esteem. What I'm also getting is that men and women are not being portrayed equally in the media. Men tend to be the main characters in films more often, for example. So what they've proved to me is that there's beautyism, as we might call it, or lookism, and sexism around. If there was some raunchy content in the media which didn't contain beautyism or sexism, then I don't think that their research shows that this would be harmful to people's self-esteem. So I think the sexualization, to summarize, is a bad label for the core problem they have been investigating. I'd rather see the media have average-looking women and men and have the genders equally represented in roles that engender respect. But neither you nor they have convinced me that more sexual content would be harmful. With regard to the point, your general point that Miley Cyrus is doing harmful things to society, I guess that by being better looking than average, she is contributing towards beautyism, and by being yet another woman wearing less than men, she might be contributing to sexism. Certainly this is some sort of different treatment of men and women going on there in terms of how many clothes they're wearing. So in that respect, that's how I kind of do agree with you to some extent with this. However, there are tons of women on TV who are just as good looking as she is and wearing less than the men. So I don't see why she should be singled out for this. A video for the song "We Can't Stop" depicts her as a member of a group of hedonistic people who want to party, have sex, take cocaine, etc. I don't see anything in it that would harm a girl's self-esteem. It might be accused of encouraging irresponsible behavior, but that isn't something that was really proven by the report you reference, and it's not. I don't think that's really the point you were talking about here. Also, many TV programs and rock stars, etc., might encourage a hedonistic lifestyle. I'm not sure Cyrus deserves to be singled out for that. As I say, you mentioned a few other things like that. The 14-year-olds are feeling that they have to dress sexy. You also say that we're taught that having certain kind of body and getting attention are important. Also, the kids that don't look the right way might be getting bullied. I totally agree with most of these points that those are all really bad things anyway. Some of that is a result of the beautyism and sexism that I was just talking about, which I don't think either of us want to see in the media. Again, that's not the stuff that Cyrus was particularly guilty of compared to other media performers. In general, with regard to how our society should handle sex, I think sex is an enjoyable thing if you handle it sensibly. I'm not sure if people are having too much sex or having sex too young right now or not. I think the important thing is that some people aren't coerced or dominated into doing things that they're not comfortable with at that time, sexual or otherwise. If 14-year-olds are being influenced by adults in pop videos, then I don't think the solution is to remove sex from the media. Instead, we can teach kids that trying to look sexy is acceptable, but so is having no interest in looking that way. Basically, teaching kids freedom and tolerance. Anyway, those are my reactions to your very interesting video, Anne, and wish you all the best. Bye.